Dodgers fans, what a ride this postseason has been so far. The Los Angeles Dodgers walked into Philadelphia knowing exactly what kind of challenge they were up against. Citizens Bank Park isn't just another stadium. It's a pressure cooker. It's loud, it's emotional, and it's filled with one of the most intense fan bases in baseball. Every pitch, every swing, every foul ball feels personal. And yet, the Dodgers didn't just survive that chaos. They owned it. 2 straight wins on enemy turf, and suddenly, the entire NLDS has shifted in their favor. Freddie Freeman, always calm and steady at the heart of this team, gave everyone a little glimpse into the mindset the Dodgers carried into this series. Before Game 1 even started, the plan was simple. Just take one game in Philly. That would already be huge. But instead, they came out and took both. After Game 2, Freeman laughed and said that even Kike Hernandez was in disbelief, telling everyone in the clubhouse, "We just took 2 here." You could hear the pride and excitement in his voice, because everybody in that locker room knew what it meant. This wasn't just about the scoreboard. It was about sending a message that no environment, no crowd, and no opponent is too big for this Dodgers team. Think about it. Winning 2 games in Philadelphia, especially in October, isn't something many teams can pull off. That's a city that thrives on energy and intimidation. They get under your skin. They make every strikeout feel like the world is ending. But the Dodgers didn't blink. Freeman said it himself. This is a hard place to play, even during the regular season, and in the postseason, that intensity gets turned all the way up. But the Dodgers thrived in it. They fed off that energy, stayed locked in, and played their brand of baseball, clean, focused, and fearless. Now, sitting with a 2-0 lead in the NLDS feels different when you've done it this way. This isn't a typical advantage. It's a psychological shift. The Phillies, who came into the postseason with one of the best rotations in the league, suddenly look vulnerable. Their offense has been quieted, their pitching has been challenged, and their fans, usually the heartbeat of that team, were left stunned as the Dodgers walked off their field twice with wins. Los Angeles isn't just up 2 games. They've taken control of the entire tone of the series. And what's next? The Dodgers get to bring this back home to Chavez Ravine. 2 chances to close it out in front of their fans, with Yoshinobu Yamamoto ready to take the mound for Game 3. Meanwhile, the Phillies are rolling out Aaron Nola and possibly Ranger Suarez after that. It's a good matchup, but right now, momentum is all blue. The Dodgers have weathered the storm in Philly, and now they get to play in their own house, where everything feels comfortable, familiar, and electric in a different way. They can practically smell the NLCS from here. But here's where things got really interesting in that second game, that 9th inning. If you watched it, you know your heart probably skipped a few beats. The Dodgers were leading by 3 runs going into the bottom of the 9th, up 4-1, and things started to get tense. Blake Treinen gave up a single, then back-to-back doubles. Suddenly, that comfortable cushion shrank fast, and the tying run was standing at second base. No outs. The Philadelphia crowd roared back to life. You could feel the pressure creeping in. Every Dodgers fan watching probably thought, "Oh no, not like this." Then came one of the most underrated defensive plays you'll ever see. A wheel play that was pure instinct, execution, and guts. Bryson Stott stepped up to bunt, trying to move Nick Castellanos over to third base. Max Muncy charged hard from third, and Mookie Betts, who's still relatively new to playing shortstop, broke toward the bag to cover. Muncy fielded the ball cleanly and fired it over, and Mookie, in perfect timing, caught it and slapped the tag down just in time to get Castellanos. The whole thing unfolded in seconds, but it was baseball poetry in motion. That one play might have saved the entire game. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts admitted afterward that the team hadn't even practiced that scenario. Not once. It was pure awareness and trust between 2 players who just understand the game on another level. Roberts said he told Mookie before the pitch, "You know Stott's gonna bunt. Let's run the wheel play. Max, be aggressive." Mookie beat him there, and they did exactly that. It was one of those rare moments where preparation meets instinct and everything clicks at the perfect time. Even the Phillies manager gave credit where it was due, saying Mookie disguised the play beautifully. Normally, when a defense sets up a wheel, hitters can spot it. They can pull the bunt back and swing because the middle of the field opens up. But Mookie broke late, so late that Stott couldn't read it. By the time the ball was down, it was too late. The Dodgers had executed it flawlessly. And you have to give credit to Mookie for what came after, too. He made the tag, got knocked down hard by Castellanos sliding into him, and still had the presence of mind to pop back up and make sure Stott didn't try to take second base. That's elite-level awareness. Meanwhile, Freddie Freeman was sprinting across the infield to cover second, just in case the ball had gone the other way. That's what makes this team so dangerous. Everyone's locked in. Everyone's thinking ahead. Freeman later explained that the team had actually talked about the wheel play a few weeks earlier in another situation. They didn't know when they'd use it, but they had it in their back pocket. So when that exact moment came, it wasn't a coincidence. They were ready. And it worked to perfection. Freeman even joked that they knew Castellanos wasn't exactly Tree Turner running the bases, so they had a good shot at pulling it off. That defensive gem completely changed the momentum. If Castellanos had been safe at third, the entire inning would have looked different. Instead, after that play, the Phillies' rally started to fizzle. Harrison Bader came in as a pinch hitter and singled, but instead of tying the game, it only put runners on base with one out. Alex Vija managed to get another force out, and then Roki Sasaki, cool as ice, came in and needed just 2 pitches to end it. A simple grounder to second, and Freeman made a slick pick to close the game. Just like that, the Dodgers were up 2-0. It's easy for a play like that to fade away in the box score. It's not a towering home run or a walk-off hit that makes highlight reels. But for the Dodgers, that will play might end up being one of the defining moments of this series. It showed everything this team is about: communication, trust, and execution under pressure. And it highlighted just how far Mookie Betts has come defensively. Switching to shortstop is one of the hardest transitions in baseball, and he's not just holding his own. He's excelling at it. Freddie Freeman said it best afterward: he's a baseball player. That's the ultimate compliment from a veteran like Freeman. It's not about stats or highlights. It's about instinct, awareness, and love for the game. Plays like that, the small moments that decide big games, are what separate good teams from great ones. And this Dodgers team, they're showing once again that they know how to win when it matters most. Now, heading into Game 3, the Dodgers find themselves in full control. Up 2 games, heading home, with a chance to close out the series in front of their fans. They're calm, confident, and battle-tested. The Phillies are fighting to stay alive, but Los Angeles knows this is their moment. They've faced the noise, silenced the critics, and proven they can win anywhere, even in the most hostile ballpark in baseball. Back in Los Angeles, the energy is completely different. Dodger Stadium is buzzing with anticipation, and you can feel it the moment you walk through those gates. The fans know what's at stake. They've seen this team grow, adapt, and fight through every challenge this season, and now, with a 2-game lead, they can practically taste another trip to the National League Championship Series. Every player walks onto the field with that same focused determination that's defined the Dodgers all year long. They're not celebrating yet. They're preparing. Because they know baseball has a way of testing even the best teams when they least expect it. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is set to take the ball for Game 3, and that alone has fans excited. The Japanese ace has been everything the Dodgers hoped for and more. His command, his poise, his ability to read hitters, it all feels like something special. You can see it in the way the team trusts him. When he's on the mound, there's a certain calm that spreads through the defense. Facing Aaron Nola and possibly Ranger Suarez isn't going to be easy, but the Dodgers have already shown they can hit this Phillies rotation. If Yamamoto brings his best stuff, Los Angeles has a real chance to end the series right here, in front of their own fans. But there's more to this Dodgers story than just pitching. This team has found ways to win in every possible style this postseason. They've slugged their way through tough games, they played small ball when needed, and they've shown they can grind out close wins in hostile territory. That balance is what makes them so dangerous. When the big bats like Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, and Freddie Freeman are clicking, this lineup becomes almost impossible to pitch around. And even when the top of the order struggles, The bottom half has stepped up with clutch hits and smart at-bats. It's the kind of depth that championship teams are built on. One thing that stands out about this group is how composed they've been. Think about how easy it would have been for them to fold under the pressure in that ninth inning in Philadelphia. The crowd was going wild, the momentum had shifted, and yet they stayed cool. The wheel play, the quick defensive adjustments, the trust in one another. That's what defines this Dodgers roster. You can see it in how they communicate on the field. No one panics. No one tries to be the hero alone. They all understand their roles, and they execute them perfectly. That's what makes the Dodgers different from so many other teams in the postseason. And then there's Mookie Betts. What more can you say about the guy? Switching positions mid-career is hard enough, but doing it in Los Angeles, under a microscope while still being one of the most productive hitters in baseball, it's remarkable. That will play wasn't just a defensive highlight. It was a reflection of Mookie's baseball IQ. He read the play before it even happened, disguised his move at the perfect time, and made the tag in one fluid motion. Plays like that don't happen by accident. They come from preparation, instincts, and an understanding of the game that only a few players in the league truly have. Dave Roberts couldn't stop talking about it afterward. You could tell how proud he was of his team. He said that play probably saved the game, maybe even the series, and he's not wrong. Because if that bunt works, if the Phillies move those runners over, the outcome could have been completely different. Instead, that single moment flipped everything back in the Dodgers' favor. And when you look at Mookie's growth over the last couple of seasons, it's clear he's evolved into the kind of player who impacts the game in every way imaginable. Offense, defense, leadership, energy. Freddie Freeman even said that they talked about running a will play a few weeks ago, almost as if they were waiting for the right moment. That's the Dodgers, prepared for everything, ready for anything. Freeman himself has been quietly brilliant. While others get the spotlight, he's the steady heartbeat of this team. His defense at first base continues to be elite, and his consistency at the plate keeps the lineup grounded. But it's what he does behind the scenes, his leadership, his communication, that might be even more important. When he talks about how tough Philadelphia is, you can hear the respect in his voice. That humility, mixed with confidence, is exactly what keeps the Dodgers grounded. He knows that no lead is safe in October, and that's why this team never lets its foot off the gas. And that mindset is what makes Game 3 so important. The Dodgers have the opportunity to finish the job at home without giving the Phillies any chance to build momentum. Because everyone in baseball knows that once a team starts to believe again, anything can happen. Los Angeles wants to close the door now, while they have full control. The crowd will be roaring, the energy electric, and you can bet every player in that dugout will be ready to go from the first pitch. They've been through too much this season to let up now. Let's not forget how this team was tested earlier in the year. Injuries, lineup changes, the constant media attention. It could have broken a lesser group. But instead, it built resilience. You can see in their body language and how they carry themselves on the field. This isn't a team that gets rattled. When things get tough, they tighten up and find a way to respond. That's why taking both games in Philadelphia means so much more than just a 2-game lead. It symbolizes everything they've worked for: mental toughness, unity, and belief in each other. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are growing louder in Major League Baseball circles. And if the rumors are true, the Los Angeles Dodgers are about to make a seismic move that could reshape the landscape of the National League. Insiders suggest that the Dodgers have locked in Gerrit Cole, the ace pitcher whose dominance on the mound has struck fear across the league, to lead their rotation in the upcoming season. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the buzz is undeniable. Los Angeles may have just secured one of the game's premier arms. For months, speculation has swirled around Cole's future. After seasons of high-stakes playoff appearances and headline-grabbing performances with the Yankees, Cole's name has been linked to several powerhouse clubs seeking a frontline starter. But according to sources close to the team, the Dodgers have quietly been pushing hard behind the scenes, offering a package that could finally lure the ace out west. If this deal materializes, it It would mark a bold statement from the Dodgers front office, a declaration that they are all in on contending for another World Series, and they are willing to swing for the fences to do it. The potential addition of Cole would inject an immediate boost into a rotation already brimming with talent. Dodgers fans, long accustomed to playoff heartbreaks, would suddenly have reason to dream bigger, imagining a staff led by a pitcher capable of dominating lineups on any given night. And while rival teams nervously scan their options, insiders speculate that the mere presence of Cole in Los Angeles could shift the balance of power in the NL West, forcing opponents to rethink their pitching strategies and roster moves. Of course, in true MLB fashion, nothing is guaranteed until the ink hits the contract. But the chatter in locker rooms and on social media suggests excitement, and perhaps a hint of envy, spreading fast. Could Gerrit Cole finally don Dodger blue and anchor a rotation that already inspires awe? The buzz is growing. The rumors won't quit. And if even half of it turns out to be true, the Dodgers might be staring at a season of sheer domination. Fans should buckle up. The rumor mill has never felt this electric, and baseball's next chapter could be written in Los Angeles. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.